Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to hit all notifications to be notified the second we publish our content. Let me go ahead and get into this video here. As you guys know, the Lakers just lost Game 3 on their home floor. A game that, I'm not gonna lie, man, I was laughing my ass off all the way at the end of that game, and even the live that we did, I was cracking up. I was cracking up. But as the game was going on, I could see that the media and some people were trying to figure out, well, who's the scapegoat going to be at this game? Because there must always be a scapegoat. There must always be someone to blame at the very, very end of things. So what happened? I'm watching the game and I'm looking at D'Angelo Russell miss shot after shot after shot after shot. And then I posted on the community section last night, I said D'Angelo Russell is going to get deep fried. He's going to get barbecued tomorrow. And as a matter of fact, as I'm looking at the box score, D'Angelo Russell finished that game with 0 points, 0%, 0 for 7 shooting, 0 of 6 from the 3. He did have 2 rebounds and 2 assists, 1 block and 1 steal. So he had a horrible game. And then it reminded me of an exchange that took place on television yesterday on the show First Things First with Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, and Kevin Wiles. And we're going to get into Nick Wright a little bit later today. But during their show, they were discussing what are the reasons the Lakers have gone down 0-2 to the Denver Nuggets, right? And in the midst of all of that, Nick Wright was looking for who to scapegoat. And I think yesterday he was trying to scapegoat Darvin Ham. And Chris Broussard, while listening to him, began to get a little bit upset with Nick Wright because it seemed like he got tired of this constant excuse making by Nick Wright in the media. And yesterday he called him out on it for essentially always making excuses for LeBron-led teams whenever they fail. So that's what we want to focus on today. But before we even get into that, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks, which is the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. PrizePicks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting 2 entries. Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks, and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is want to play exactly what Chris Broussard had to say yesterday to Nick Wright on television, and then want to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to Chris Broussard here.
Do I think people are hesitant to that because they think it's like protecting LeBron? Yeah, that's what I think.
But he's getting criticized.
Yeah.
Ham is on the hot seat.
So you agree he's on the hot seat?
I'm not saying he should be, but he's being scapegoated.
So, but is it a scapegoat if you're the problem?
Was he a bad coach when they won the in-season tournament? Was he a bad coach when they were up 20?
So this is my point. Do you see what I'm saying? Now does what I was saying make more sense?
Well, yeah, but I got confused about the Vogel stuff because you're saying Vogel was a mediocre coach, but LeBron and AD's greatness were able to overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Darvin Ham's a mediocre coach, but
might be worse.
Might be worse, and they're not able to overcome it.
Yeah, they're older and it's a harder opponent.
LeBron is an awesome, obviously, player. When he wins, it's LeBron's credit. When he doesn't, his teammates and his coaches get blamed. We have seen that time and time again.
Except, I guess
every stop.
But that's not.
Spoelstra was being criticized
So that's
when he was
what
in
I about
Miami.
to say. So I disagree with that. Spoelstra, LeBron, his first year there, LeBron and Wade went to Riley and complained about Spoelstra, and then Riley said no, and now Spoelstra is universally recognized as a great coach.
But he wasn't then.
In the moment, like I think by the end of the run,
was he doing something wrong?
He wasn't. Spoelstra wasn't scapegoated for them losing the fourth finals. No, he wasn't.
No, I'm talking about the first year. They wanted. Spoelstra was getting criticized. Was he not a good? Now, obviously, he's a better coach.
Better coach now.
But my point is this. All right. Michael Malone is a great coach.
Yes.
He's up there with Spoelstra.
I agree.
So you heard the exchange between Chris Broussard and Nick Wright. Listen, Chris Broussard is saying exactly what Charles Barkley just said just about 2 days ago, where he was like, whenever the Lakers lose, they're always going to blame somebody for the loss. Listen to me. Yesterday's game, I'm putting it at the feet of LeBron James. And the reason I'm putting it at the feet of LeBron James is because some of you people run around talking about he's the GOAT, he's the GOAT, he's the GOAT, he's the GOAT. Do you see how well he's playing? Some of y'all are saying he should be an all-NBA first-team player. At the very least, an all-NBA second-team player. So if it's an all-NBA team player, the GOAT, and all of that stuff, then you got to deliver. There were times during that game yesterday where LeBron James just totally disconnected. He just disengaged. He was passive. He was passing the ball. He wasn't even engaged in the game. And then it was towards the end of the game where he looked at, like, okay, we're not going to catch him. So now time for me to start stat padding and to make my stats look good, to make it look like I did something in that game, when in reality, LeBron did nothing in that game. If I look at the third quarter of that game, which was really the critical quarter, in the third quarter, LeBron took 2 shots. 2 shots, and he scored 2 points. The Lakers scored 22 points, and that's when the Denver Nuggets scored 34. What was the score going into halftime? In halftime, it was 63 Denver, 52 Lakers. If I'm looking at the point, 63 Denver, 52 Lakers. So in the third quarter, when it was time for you to really engage, that's the quarter LeBron just totally disengaged. And then in the fourth quarter, when the Denver Nuggets were already up big, that's when he now started scoring his late shots. He scored 10 points in the fourth quarter when nobody was really playing any defense, right? So to me, I'm not going to put it on D'Lo because D'Lo's a role player. What the hell did you guys expect? Just the game before, he had, 20-something points, and they still lost. Are we going to put this series on D'Lo? That's what they're doing. I'm seeing footage of them showing D'Lo, I think, on the bench eating or, I don't know, filing his fingernails. Who the hell knows what the hell he was doing? And they're trying to turn that into the narrative. And it seems like Chris Broussard is finally caught on. But what is surprising me is that he's now beginning to say this on live TV. Usually he will say it on The Odd Couple with himself and Rob Parker. But now it seems like he's getting to the point where he's like, no. This thing needs to be said on national airwaves. And somebody needs to say it. Damn it. Somebody needs to say it. Nick Wright ain't going to hold LeBron James accountable. Nick Wright never does. Nick Wright never, ever does. He's part of the group of people that always find a way to blame others for the shortcomings of the Lakers and LeBron James. That's what he does. That is essentially what it does. So to me, it was refreshing to see Chris Broussard do that. And I hope he continues to do that because there are not enough people on television doing it. If there were a lot of people on TV doing it, I'd say, okay, no need to pile on. But in this case, no one is. So he needs to be the voice to go out there and say that. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.